Evening, boys. How are we?
Going pretty well. Geez, it's amazing what can happen overnight. You've always been regarded as a champion player, but you have improved in your recruitment to the Kangaroos.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to retiring. I might be a legend by then. But no, it's been a very exciting month. Obviously a little bit stressful, trying to work it all out and what football will look like for me in the next few years. And obviously a little bit sad leaving St Kilda as well. But in regards to football, really excited about what North Melbourne are doing as a club before I'd even got there, and then obviously being a part of it. Just really looking forward to getting into pre-season and playing some football again.
They're a hard club to read. I know a lot of people are suggesting that they're, in the top absolute certainties for top four, etc. Didn't make the 8, get a better draw because of that. Still have the issue with close losses that they weren't able to organise last year. But without doubt, they should go north. It's a question of how far north.
Yeah, and from an outsider last year, obviously respected the way they went about their footy, and they touched up the Saints once last year and once the year before. So you get to see firsthand how good they are, and particularly their midfield, which I have been a huge part of in the past 10 to 12 years. And I was shocked at the age of their midfielders in particular, and I probably thought they should have played finals last year. They played good enough football for the majority of the season to do it, and then obviously lost a lot of close games. So that's something that I can hopefully bring to the club, just a little bit of experience and understanding those situations. But by saying that, I think the experiences that they had last year will hold them in good stead for years to come anyway.
You've probably got 3 quality years left in you. They wouldn't have recruited you if they didn't think that they could win a flag in your time at the club.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason why I went there. I thought you obviously play football to play in finals, in big games, and win a premiership. And when you're not involved, when you are involved in it, you love it, and it's what you play for. And when you're not involved in it, you miss out on those things, and you realise how special they are. So going there as a player now, and those potential opportunities, and nothing's guaranteed in this game, unfortunately, but really looking forward to the possibility of playing finals again.
And the hard part for you is you can't really talk up North Melbourne and finals chances and how excited you are to be a prospect to play in September without people drawing the line through that and saying, well, it sounds like you reckon the Saints are in for some heartache, won't play finals, and why in the hell did you leave them? Because it's a difficult one for you. You don't want to hang it on your old club, but even by leaving you in some respects are.
Yeah, I'd never say a bad word about St Kilda, and that'll, I'll always be a St Kilda person, and the last 12 years will never change, and the friendships that I've developed there will never change, and they'll last a lot longer than my football career. But in regards to where St Kilda's at, and obviously being a huge part of it, understanding the cycle of football and where things are at, there's no doubt that particularly last year was very difficult, and coming from playing finals pretty much every year for 10 years and then to only win 5 games last year, it's hard to accept. And I think that was part of the difficulty. But by saying that, and as I said all this year in regards to my future, I understand exactly where they're at as a football club. And, I was once that 17-year-old kid that was getting games and, needed to build and get opportunities to play senior footy. And there was probably senior guys at that stage of the cycle, so 12 years ago, that were missing out. And I fully support what they're doing. I've got no issue and I've got no bad blood with the footy club, and have even spoken to, certain people from the club since departing 2 weeks ago, and that'll never change my relationship with St Kilda. It's and obviously I'm playing at North Melbourne, which is the next stage of my football career, but I'll never say a bad word about the club. They've been fantastic to me for 12 years and have given me some special memories and opportunities that I'll never forget.
How close were you to going to the Bombers? Because if all things are equal at the start of the season, would have been they're in a reasonably similar scenario or situation to the Kangaroos, and I take it both clubs were talking to you.
Yeah, I was fortunate to have 2 clubs show interest, which is pretty flattering to start with. How close, I'm not too sure. All I know at the end of the day, North Melbourne were really professional and made me feel really welcome, even before I'd obviously agreed to go there. But I just felt really comfortable. It was great to meet a few of their leadership guys who are a little bit older, but the excitement that they had with where their list was at and what they were possibly able to do, and to be invited into that environment and made to feel like you can contribute was obviously fantastic, and ultimately what got me over the line.
I take it that given the Bombers were having difficulties with their coaching situation at the time, they weren't in a position to, I guess, put their best foot forward, or did you end up having a chat to Bomber Thompson?
Yeah, so I met with Bomber and a couple of other guys from within the club pretty much at the end of the season, and at that stage it was just to sort of get a bit of a feel for if things weren't to work out at St Kilda, what my life would look like post that.
Yep.
And by saying that, they were fantastic as well. I don't think they've done anything wrong, and obviously got Paul Chapman in recent weeks,
Yep.
and re-signed multiple current players. So they're obviously doing a lot of things, and whether I was a part of it or not, I think they're going to be extremely successful and played some fantastic football last year, and obviously missed out on finals, but there's no reason that they won't be similar to that again in the season to come.
So what number do all those young Saints fans who loved you now buying North Melbourne jumpers, what number do they put on their back for their new North Melbourne jumper?
Yeah, well, I don't think I'll be 26. I've still got to work through it, but potentially 15 I think might be my new number, which is nice because as a kid I was 15. So I think starting a little bit fresh, and obviously I didn't want to steal 26 off Taylor Hine and make him hand over the number that he's been wearing. I wouldn't do that to him, but I'm thinking 15 at the moment, but it's not confirmed officially.
Lock it in. Luke Delaney's old number 15, yours.
Yep. All right, lock me in then, boys.
Done. North Melbourne superstar. We can call him that now. Nick Del Santo joining us on Sports Today. We look forward to talking to you later in the summer, Nick.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate the support.